right, you welcome to the Morning Talk Show with Team Abel on Forces Radio 107.7, a show where we teach you how to build, market, and sell your business even when you have got no money in your pocket. Don't forget that every week we break down practical steps on how to turn your ideas into income right here on Forces Radio 107.7, Mogadishu Cantonment, Abuja FCT. And today we have got something very important to share with you. And I'm sure you are ready to get everything we have got to share with you. But this is very important. Please take a pen and paper and then sit down quietly. Avoid distractions, because this topic today is going to be one of the greatest topics you would ever want to get. I'm not going to tell you the topic yet, but when I tell you, eventually rather tell you the topic or told you the topic, I'm certain you will be bursting with excitement. So get a pen and paper, stay tuned, and when I come back, we're going to kickstart this very show today.
Sometimes I start to find me one on chance to feel your soul, like Carlin tambourine me on the back of your hand alone. Everyone's me wanted braver, like the whole world galaxy. I roam beaches, did you go home? I promise you'll get your victory. Not in the end, but within your reach. Keep listening to your inner voice and doing what it asks of you. And if need be, confide in someone you trust. We are all learning in a vast world. We are all learning in a vast world.
Right onto the Morning Talk Show with Team Abel on Forces Radio 107.7, and we are kickstarting with just some very basic facts. Yes, some basic facts. Today, currently as we speak, there are millions of talented Nigerians. Millions of talented Nigerians in various skills. When it comes to cooking, when it comes to barbing, when it comes to even speaking, designs, graphic designs, writing, video editing, sewing of clothes, fixing gadgets, electric engineers, braiding, phone repairs. By the time I decided I would call virtually all the skills that Nigerians explore today, by the end of the show, we wouldn't have been able to round up. But you know the worst part of it? With this huge talents Nigerians have got, a lot of them are still pathetically broke. Pathetically broke. But it's quite unfortunate that, you see, you don't need to be the best for you to be useful in any society. It means you don't need to be the best phone repairer. You don't need to be the best mechanic. You don't need to be the best tailor or hair braider or whatever you can call it to be useful to yourself or be paid to live life. In today's economy, you must understand that having a skill has become the major currency. Now, here is the reality. Many people are waiting to perfect their skills before they begin to monetize it. And that's the point we're trying to take care of today. And then because of that, they delay the needed gratification. And you know what happens? Money keeps passing by, passing those people, the sets of people, and they're aging. So the truth is this: you need to understand that you get better by selling, not by waiting. And this is the reason we're coming up with this topic today. How to transform any skill that you have into money-making systems, even if you're still learning it. How to transform any skill you have today into a money-making system, even if you are still learning it. That's the topic. And this is also very important because you probably may just have come across us for the first time and you would like, oh, I'm tired of hearing all this kind of topics, or I'm tired of hearing all this type of people talk about these things. I don't need them. I think I've just got to wait for my uncle who is rich to set me up. I've just got to wait for the federal government to release grants so I can start a life. I just have to wait for that friend of mine who has traveled abroad to send me some money before I can start. We're trying to hear from you. You've got a skill. Why not put it into use? You may also not even know that you've got skills. This show is going to help you. But importantly, we're saying, listen, start doing something. So by the end of the show, you will be able to learn very simple, practical, step-by-step methods to turn any skill that you have, no matter how basic, into a reliable income-producing system. Whether you are a beginner, an intermediate, or even advanced, this method that we're going to be sharing with you today will help you to start earning money now and not later. But you need to stay with me. But I can proceed without even reminding us of what we taught us last week. Remember, we talked about from idea into income, very powerful idea into income. And I emphatically said that every one of us has got ideas being churned out minute by minute or per second basis because you're human. But the topic last week was how to now validate your business concept before you start spending any money on it or into spending money in that business. And we said that you need something basic. You need to test before you invest in any business. And by virtue of testing before investing, it means you've got to start without money. And we gave out an outline of 4 steps. And we said, well, number 1, you need to validate the problem first and not the idea. And number 2, we said you need to talk to real people, not your friends or your relatives. Number 3, we talked about the fact that you need to create a simple MVP, a very simple MVP before you start the business. And lastly, we talked about the fact that you need to test for payment and commitment. That's when you can begin to put monies into your business. By the end of this very show, I'm sure whatever we're going to be sharing with you today, if you put it to use, you will be able to make millions of naira at the end of the day. And you know, I don't proceed without even dropping a pulse with you. I love to drop pulse because pulse would make you stay on the track. It keeps reminding you. And you see, when you get a pulse from us, don't just throw it away. Learn to make use of it. Learn to think through it. You're eating, you're sleeping, you're drinking, dreaming. Just keep walking with the pulse. And here's the pulse for this week. Very important. And this is a quick insight for entrepreneurs. Now, this is the pulse. In this economy, getting something done is better than being perfect. What fits you is execution and not your expertise. That is the pulse for the week. When we come back, we will be diving deep into the show. Keep listening. My dear brother, how are you, sir? Well done. You're closing. I didn't know you were around.
Sometimes life
That time we were talking about
can be so scary.
I'll let you
Let you down and makes people wanna laugh at you. Don't you ever give up. Roll your sleeves
Are you serious?
get back to work. Stay focused and do all you can to remain on track with your goals. I promise you, you'll get your.
Oh, sorry, I thought it's 3 months.
Not in the end,
No, count it.
but within your reach.
This thing is still there.
No, count it. Let's see.
Your inner voice.
Let's do our maths.
Doing what it asks
In
of
context,
you.
12.
And if
12
we can find
13.
someone
In fact, that means
to
today is
trust,
my own.
we all
Look at it now.
learning in the
13
last word.
times 13. Rather. This is it. What was something? So today is the 13th episode.
Sometimes
Look at
life
it.
can be so
I remember we're talking
scary.
about November being our last.
Lets you down and makes people wanna laugh at you.
Sorry, 10th episode.
But don't you ever give up. Roll your sleeves and get back
Today is the
to
last
work.
day for me.
Stay focused and do all you can to remain on track with your goals. I promise you, you'll get your victory.
Okay.
Not in the end, but within your reach. Keep listening to your inner voice.
Oh, I'm so sorry we had to go on a very short break. I am really sorry. Right, thank you so much for staying with me. This is the Morning Talk Show with Timmy Bell on Forces Radio 107.7. And remember, on the show, we teach you how to build, market, and sell your business even when you've got the money in your pocket. And today we're talking about a very important topic: how to transform any skill you have into a money-making system, even if you are still learning. And we've just highlighted some very important points. Now, in case you want to call or send us a message, please, you can call until we're done anyway. In case you want to send us a message, please, it's 08027941987. I come again. 08027941987. Please save that number. You can also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Team Abel X is spelled as at TIMABELX. Yes, I'm the Abel that did not die. Keep listening.
Roll your sleeves and
24 minutes past the hour of 3, and we have got no much time. So we will be diving straight into our show, the basic information we intend to share with you. And remember, we're talking about how to actually be able to transform your skill into a money-making system, even if you are still learning. And we have talked about a few very important things, and we will be continuing with the in-depth exploration of this very topic today. Now, it's important to note that every skill you have can actually make you money. Every skill you have can make you money. Now, the real secret is not about the skill itself. It is how you now package it, be able to position it, and then deliver it. That's what makes you money. Now, it is also very, very important to state that people actually don't pay you for perfection. They pay for very important things. Now, write it down. They pay for one, solutions, speed, experience, support, access, convenience, and ease. We will actually summarize this into 3. But whether your skill is teaching, knitting, making people up for programs, managing social media, negotiating deals, cleaning services, laundry, organizing programs, whatever, there is someone that is willing to pay you if you present it rightly to the person. So note this, that you don't need expert status to start any business. You only need to be one step ahead of someone who needs your help. People will pay you because, summarily, like I said, because you know something they don't know. Number 2, because you can do something they don't want to do or cannot even do. And number 3, because you can make their life easier. Yes. And that's enough to begin. So here is it. Very key. You need to turn your skill into a money-making system, not a hobby. I hear a lot of people say, I do this for, or this is a hobby. That's why I'm stuck with it. Yes, it's very okay to have a hobby, but can you think again? How can you turn that hobby into a money-making machine or a system for you? For some of you who are having the difficulty understanding what a system is, here is a clear definition of a system by virtue of the teaching we are having here today. It's a clear offer. It's a predictable process, a defined target audience, a pricing method, a way for people to reach you, a repeatable delivery pattern. Now, when these are in place, money stops being accidental and it becomes predictable. So here, 5 actionable steps I want you to take today because of our time. Number 1, identify your skill. Even if it seems simple or basic, start by identifying your skills. How do you do that? You need to ask yourself questions. What are the questions like? Number 1, you can ask yourself, what do people already come to you for? What can you do that feels natural? What skill have you improved over time? And what do you do that others find very difficult? These questions are very good questions you can ask to be able to identify the skill that is inherent in you or that you already have. And I can tell you this, that there's always one skill you have that you may not know. So that's step number 1. Step number 2, You need to define your money angle. Haven't identified a skill, define the money angle. And it's about turning your skill into a service that someone would need. It could be your cooking skill, start selling lunch packs. It could be your speaking prowess, start hosting events or teaching communication skills. It could be your sewing skill. Then go ahead and start providing quick fix for tailoring services. Do you know how to manage or use the social media? Then begin to manage people's or businesses' social media pages and run ads for them. Do you know how to braid hair? Yes, then offer home service to people. The point we're trying to make here is that you should, once you identify your skill, find the angle people are willing to pay for. The next step would be the number 3, package that skill that you have. It's simple. Create a simple offer. For example, you can come up with a phrase, 5,000 naira for a makeup look. Simple. Or 3,000 for home lesson per day. Could be mathematics, English, or whatever. 15,000 to set up your Instagram page. 2,500 naira for lunch pack delivered to you. Now, here's it. Make your offer very simple, very clear, and affordable enough to attract customers, and really fast. So let's go to the 4th one. Use what you have to start. I talked about this the other day. Start with what you have. Don't go and start looking for investments. Don't go and start looking for money. Start with what you have. Your phone is what you have. Use your phone. Create a WhatsApp status for your advert of whatever skill you want to sell. Put it on your WhatsApp status, on your Facebook status, Instagram status, or wherever. Talk to friends and family members. Your environment, your local environment, speak to people there, your neighbors, your colleagues in whatever office you're currently working with. You're a member of a church group. Go ahead and start talking to them, or speak with your church pastor to help you announce your skill to the members. Are you in an estate group? Probably you're living in an estate. Share your ideas there. Start talking to people. Now, it is important to note this, that your first 10 customers are closer than you can ever think. They are not far from you. You don't need too much money to go and get these 10 customers. And number 5, turn it into a system. This is where the money becomes consistent, because that's exactly where we're looking at. You need to pick your target audience. At this point, you need to choose your main offer. You need to decide your delivery method. Fix your weekly or monthly pricing. Build a system, a simple routine. Promote consistently. Collect customer feedback, and then improve on your process. Systems build income that feels like salary, even for small skills. Now, here's a real life example. I told the story the other time. Choma, a 23-year-old girl, fresh graduate from one of the universities, got into Abuja. She wasn't an expert in makeup. She just knew the basics. Now, instead of Choma waiting to perfect her skill, she started small. She posted 3,000 per basic makeup. 3,000 per basic makeup. She did that and posted it on her WhatsApp. She offered free makeup for the first 5 people that would invite her. And then when she did, with these very few people that came in, she took their pictures, did short videos, and then posted the testimonials on all her social media handles, including WhatsApp story. And then she went ahead to create a simple price list. From there, she started offering home services. Now, the monies she was making, she reinvested them back into the business to learn more. Today, confidently, Choma earns between 180 to 300,000 on a monthly basis. Now, from a skill, she was still learning. Why? Because she turned a skill into a system, not a hobby. Here's a lesson I want you to take home. The money is not in what you know. It is in how you position what you know. So start before you are ready. Improve as you in, deliver value, build consistency, and that is how wealth is created from skills. I hope you're enjoying this. We'll come back, and when we come back, we'll try to wrap up. Keep listening.
Sometimes life can be so scary, it lets you down and makes people wanna laugh at you, but don't you ever give up. Roll your sleeves and get back to work. Stay focused and do all you can to remain on track with your goals. I promise you'll get your victory.
All right, it's the commercial session of our very lovely show. My name remains Tim Abel, and I'm the host for Money Talks show with Tim Abel on Forces Radio 107.7. Don't forget that we come here every Wednesdays from 3:05 to 4 p.m., where we teach you how to build, market, and sell your business, even when you've got the money in your pocket. And currently, we're recruiting as many people who would actually want to start without money into our group, where we teach you the basics, hand over to you the very items you can start selling even without money and start making money. So I told us the story about how I started the real estate journey, where I was able to sell. I consulted for a company and then built their website, built their social media handles, and then went on radio and started talking about it. Now, all of this were financed by the company, and in the end, I got paid a whooping amount. And from there, I started investing in my real estate journey. Today, we've got one of the very fast rising real estates in the country. Right, it's time for the commercial break. And here in the commercial break, we're going to advertising one of the real estates we are marketing today, and it's called Hills and Harvey Real Estate, precisely the Hills Garden City. Hills Garden City, where you listen to the best of songs, the best of melodies. This is an estate where life is made easier. Now, we are positioning as one of the fast rising real estate companies in Abuja, where you can buy today, build today, and even move in today. Now, the good part of it is the fact that even though we're not in Maitama, we're not in Asokoro, we're not in, where's that again? Garki? Yeah. Or Apo, we're somewhere close to them. It takes only 20 minutes drive to take you from our estate to these very choice locations we have always heard about. Now, it's important to note this, that a lot of people would want to live in Abuja, but you haven't got the resources to buy properties in Abuja. It's quite high. So that is why we're presenting you with as a property for the ordinary man. And this property is under the Nasarawa state government. However, it's within Abuja. It's the express road that divides us from FCT. Now, from there, you can connect with Nyanya, Karo, Jukwe, that's less than 10 minutes drive. Connecting with Apo, the city center, Maitama or whatever, that's about 20 minutes drive. And the road is almost completed thanks to the FCT minister and the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for the very wonderful work they're doing there to ensure that even us, the ordinary men, can be in the city. Now, the property has got its title, development plans. Construction is ongoing as we speak, and you have got virtually every infrastructural facilities needed on that path. All we just need to do is to construct for you, or you construct for yourself and connect yourself to electricity, to the water, to the roads, because everything has been designed. Now we have only two options available at the moment. We have the 2-bedroom semi-detached and the 3-bedroom semi-detached. The 2-bedroom semi-detached plot is going for about 4.9 million, and the 3-bedroom semi-detached plot is going for 5.3 million. The design has been done already, so you don't have to actually pay any architect to do a new design for you. Yours is to just come in and start your construction. And if you want our experts to handle that for you, very easy for you within the shortest possible time. But here is an assurance that this is a place you can buy today and start living today. So the question is, why pay that huge amount of money for rent when you can actually start a journey to owning your own house? And the other time I said, please don't plan to retire and go to the village. Plan to retire and live in the city. Life is extended when you live in the city. That's the truth. Research has stated that times and times again. So in case you're interested in that, you can call Sarah on this number. It's 0803 831 4993. I come again, 0803 831 4993. You can call Sarah on that number, and she will guide you through the process of ensuring that you acquire one of the plots in that estate. Now we have renewed Renaissance Family Ministry. Please, let's give a hand of applause to this wonderful family. They are going to be having a praise and all true praise and worship session come next Sunday, 5 p.m. at their center, their venue. Sorry, please. At the venue, it's Silverbed Cinema, 4th floor, Hall 1, Central Business District, Abuja, FCT. We're sorry for that. That's embarrassment. So it's the renewed Renaissance Family Ministry. The program comes up at 5 p.m. every Sundays, and the lead pastor is Pastor Dr. John Agbo. And the venue is a Silverbed Cinema, 4th floor, Hall 1, Central Business District, FCT Abuja. Please come and enjoy this Sunday's praise and worship session. It's going to be superb. Let's go and dance. All right, so we have graphic designs and video editing by John. John can help your video editing and graphic designs. He's also good at planning, decorations and planning. So you can call John on 0814 6146 008. I come again, 0814 6146 008. Again, you can call Chris in case you want to advertise on our show. It's 0811 233 9457. Chris, you can call Chris if you want to advertise on this radio show. It's 0811 233 9457. Right, so at this point, we will proceed to wrap up before the show goes off. So when we come back, we will be wrapping up. Keep listening.
Text message only.
Oh my God.
No, it will enter.
Okay.
Text message only.
Hi. Please, you can't call us right now. Just send a text message or send a message to WhatsApp. It's 0802-794-1987. 0802-794-1987. Please don't call us. It's going to affect our recording time here. Please just send a text and we will deal with your questions. Thank you.
Don't you ever give up. Roll your sleeves and get back to work. Stay focused and do.
All right, in case you are just joining us or you've been listening, don't forget we're talking about how to transform any skill you have into a money-making system, even if you're still learning it. And a quick wrap up here, we said you need to start small. Don't wait until you're very big. Don't wait until the millions come into your hands. Start small, package it well, and then start earning consistently. Today, we've discussed how to turn any skill, even an underdeveloped one or an undeveloped one, into a money-making system by packaging your value, knowing your audience, and building a simple structure around your talent. Now, here is something you need to hold to your heart, that the skill you ignore today could be the income stream that changes your life tomorrow. So don't undermine any skill that you have. Now, in summarizing the journey, you don't need perfection to start. You need millions. Begin. You don't need permission from anyone. You only need your mind. And you only need what you already have. And don't forget that small beginnings are very powerful. And the best time that you need to start monetizing that skill that you have is not tomorrow, it's now. Let me reveal what we're going to be talking about next week. And I'm sure by the time you get to know this, you get prepared for it. Next week, we will be talking about how to build a personal brand that sells, even if nobody knows you yet. Wow. Do you love that? Keep listening.
And if need be, confide in someone you trust. We all are learning in a vast world.
And please, it's important that you share this show in case you're listening to us on any of our social media platforms, because we're live on social media as we speak. In case you're listening to us on any of our platforms, please share this episode and let people get to know about the show. Very important. Now, it's also important that you take the first step, that within the next 48 hours, go through the 5 ideas I shared with you, so you can actually know, identify your skill, and then begin to explore it. I want to really appreciate every one of you who has been listening to me. And I'm sure that you will not regret the journey we have all started together. All right, we'll be coming back shortly to round up the show because we're almost getting out of time. Keep listening. So if you have questions, still send your questions to 0802-794-1987. It's 0802-794-1987.
Sometimes I start to find me one more chance to feel your soul. Like Carlin Tambourine on the back of your hand alone. Everyone's me wanted brava by the whole world getting soon. I roam beaches, did you go home? your reach. Keep listening to your inner voice and doing what it asks of you. And if need be, confide in someone. Sometimes life can be so scary. It lets you down and makes people wanna laugh at you. But don't you ever give up. Roll your sleeves and get back to work. Stay focused and do.
All right, thank you so much. We've got a question from someone. Your name is not written here. He said, hello, good afternoon. I want to go into Amazon KDP, that creating book, but afraid I'm also coaching people. Lovely. This is lovely. You want to go into Amazon KDP. I think there are other platforms in Nigeria that can avail you the opportunity of making books and selling easily. Currently, Seller is doing a lot better. Seller, Sellar, is doing a lot better. What's the name again? What's their name? Jumia is also doing really well. Jumia is doing really well, right? Sorry, Jumia is doing really well. You can get into Jumia. But practically, Seller is doing a lot better. I think a lot of people are making a lot of money from that. Seller is indigenous, it's local. You can start with a local book sales or product program sales in Nigeria with Seller. And the registration process is quite easy. Now, you said I don't know if you said you're scared. Why would you be scared? If you have an idea, please, this is one of the greatest problems people have in breaking through in life, fear. And I said this the very first episode we started. I said fear was one of my greatest challenges, and it kept me down for a very long time. And while I was down, I saw people I trained, people I taught, people I gave ideas to, they rose into stardom. Why? Because they were not scared. They took bold actions. They went into the streets and they started selling their ideas, started selling their products and services. And today, they move around this country with VIP personality. Fear kept me behind. Don't allow fear. Whatever idea you have, somebody needs it somewhere. Whatever skill you have, somebody wants to get from it. So you don't have to be scared. Go ahead and write your books, share your thoughts, put it together. Somebody at your own level would pick it and see it as a gold mine. Do you understand? So go ahead and churn out as many books as you can. But of course, I always tell people, please pick the brains of people who are far up there than you are, so you don't make too many mistakes. Mistakes are allowed, but don't let yourself make too many mistakes. And to avoid making too many mistakes, pick the brains of people who have been there before you, so you can now ride on their back to succeeding in whatever you are trying to do. So with the idea of going into Amazon KDP, please, while that is very important, while that is very good too, and you will make more monies there, please, why not have an idea of starting with Seller? Do Seller. Start with Seller here in Nigeria. Start selling those small books here. When you make money from Seller, take your book over to Amazon KDP and start selling there. If you rank number one there, great, beautiful, and you may be making billions. I think that's right enough for our gentlemen. I don't know if we have another question before we close up. It's almost time, but let's look at another question and then possibly we'll take a move. All right, we may not be able to respond to another question, But here's the wrap up for the day. I personally want to thank you all for joining me on the show today. It's incredible, it's amazing, and I am very grateful. And I won't go without thanking my special crew and my support for this wonderful presentation today, particularly Chris Eor, John and Sarah, and of course our studio mama for the support you've always given to us. And to you all out there, remember your greatest capital is not money, it is your mindset, the creativity, and your consistency. Don't wait to start. Start with what you have right where you are. And lastly, please join me again next week for another powerful episode. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep winning. I am Tim Abel, your host of the Morning Talk Show with Tim Abel on Forces Radio 107.7, Mogadishu, Cantonment, Abuja, FCT. Success, they say, is your duty. It's your obligation, and of course, your responsibility. Now it's time for you to own it if you really care for yourself and your loved ones. Bye for now. I'll see you again next week. God bless you.
Sometimes life can be so
I don't know how to
scary.
end this one.
It
What
lets you
happened?
down and makes people wanna laugh at you.
I hope we'll be able to.
But don't you ever give up, roll your sleeves.